Good morning. Sometimes, doesn't it seem like you feel like you're doing the right thing? You feel like you're not looking out for yourself, you're looking out for others, and it just seems like no one gets you, or the people that you thought would get you don't get you. And of course it's that way. You know, the beatitudes, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they'll be comforted. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst. Blessed are the merciful. Blessed are the pure in heart. Blessed are the peacemaker. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness. I don't think Jesus would have put that in there if he didn't get it, that he was going to be persecuted because of righteousness, and that we were going to be persecuted because of righteousness. And I'm not saying that you're persecuted or I'm persecuted. I don't think that I understand persecution at all. But maybe a better word is misunderstood. Misunderstood. Are you misunderstood today? Am I feeling a little misunderstood? Misunderstood, or sometimes we feel like, again, like, gosh, I'm doing the right things, and we're misunderstood. You know, like, I don't get you. I don't want to get you. In fact, this good thing you think you're doing, I think it sucks. Maybe we're receiving that, or maybe, you know, persecuted for righteousness' sake, or maybe just simply, you know, gosh, I did this, and this, and, you know, no one said thank you. No one said, when I was a little girl, my mom always tells me, when I was a little girl, my day was finished, good or bad, based on, did somebody tell me how special I was today? Mom, no one told me how pretty I looked today, from the time I was little wee. And so maybe that's the simplest way to put it. You know, is your affirmation tank full today? Are you feeling affirmed? We sure cannot wait for our affirmation from those we love the most, or even from those we are only acquaintances with. You know, how many likes did you get on your Instagram picture today? No, but I thought today, this morning, as you go into this week, you might like to hear some of the things that God thinks about you. You might like to hear with me this morning some of the ways that God feels about you. Did you know that in Ephesians chapter 1, it says that he chose you in him before the foundations of the world? He chose you before the foundations of the world. You are an eternal human being, and he chose you before you were even born. Before, in fact, the world was even created. He had you in his heart and on his mind. That's love. That is love. And in Jeremiah chapter 1, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. That is love. He has had his eye on you since before the foundations of the world. Since before he formed you in your mother's womb. He's had his eye on you. He knows you. He sees you. He loves you. He affirms you. You are important to him. The word says, I have engraved you on the palms of my hand. You're tattooed on the palms of the hand of God. In Psalm 139, verse 16, all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. One of the things that I love to do most is write. And one of the things that I love the most about the Lord is he writes about me. He writes about you and he writes about me. He wrote about our days before one of them even came to be. That's love. To love us before we were even born, before we were even thought of by our parents. He already knew us and loved us. That's huge. That's huge. So whether you're having an amazing day, like I have it all sewn up, I'm doing the thing. Or whether you're having a day of, man, I can't do anything right. Well, first off, let's set this week off in the right direction. You are thought of by the Lord. You are thought of by God. He knows you and he loves you. He loves you. Jeremiah 29:11. He knows the plans he has for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. A future. He wants you to have a future. So whatever you're facing this week, good, bad, or indifferent, just good morning. Here we are. Remember that he has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. And I wanted to just read some verses to you this morning to encourage your heart that he knows you. He loves you. You have been on his mind since before the world was created, and certainly since before you were created. He has plan and purpose upon your life. It says in John 10:10, Jesus said, I have come that you might have life. Life to the full. Zoe life. Like life. And so today, as you're going into your week this week, remember your life is so valuable, and you are on the heart and mind of God. It's going to be a great week.